Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Margaret and I am a spiritual and transformational life coach. Today I would like us to discuss the subject of shape shifting or deities, or around the subject of shape shifting. The question is, do you believe that there are people or entities or individuals who are able to shape and shift, or they can shift their shape? And yes, this is a subject I've discussed with a friend before, and I thought, it's interesting to discuss it with all of you. And yes, does it ever happen? And yes, I believe it does. I have seen certain things with my own eyes, and so I know it does exist. Okay, and you'll be wondering, how does this happen? Well, through my spiritual knowledge and experience, I know that the individuals, or there are individuals who um, are able, okay, they are able to shift their shape. They could be anything. I believe that these are individuals who are who live within two worlds. Okay, um, those who can, shape shift are people who believe in the ultimate of other worldly beings. We all do, but there are some who take it to the next level. Okay, I want to share this with you because there are people who will say, I don't believe that this is possible. Or when someone discusses something of a spiritual matter with you, just because you feel you haven't seen a proof of it doesn't mean it doesn't happen or it doesn't exist. You have to understand that there are certain things that you will never experience in your life, or you will never witness it in your life, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Okay, I have seen things on CCTV, and this is it's not even a joke. Okay, I saw a friend of mine, I don't know, all this is with water signs. I'm a water sign. She's also a water sign. She did send me this video of this situation on CCTV. I'm sure some of you people out there might have seen this on other social media accounts. And there was this particular shape shifter had turned into something else, and it is very, very clear whoever had changed, shifted into this being, wanted to attack this person on screen, on the CCTV. This person was trying to just get on with their life, but you could see that what is going on on the screen is not normal. It's not, you can't say this is an actual or a normal, I would say a normal being attacking this human being. Okay, that is the way I can put it. And you can see that, yes, however this has happened, this is someone who has changed their form. Okay, their form as human and turned into something else. And that something else, it is what that something else did that makes you realize that, wow, this is not normal, this is not usual. It doesn't matter what you think, it doesn't matter how you think these creatures are supposed to be clever. This is beyond the cleverness you are expecting. Okay, I was shocked to my core, and I know that I'm into spirituality and spooky stuff, but that was spooky. I couldn't take my eyes off the video that I was watching, but it just confirmed to me how you know how people should respect the fact that there are other worldly beings that things that will blow your mind. This is something that I cannot stop thinking about. And there are people, apart from this incident, which I saw on the CCTV, it's the fact and how this being, the person who had shifted their shape, they shifted their shape into a certain animal, okay, and to attack a certain person. And it didn't matter what they did, for one reason or the other, this person was obviously protected. And that is why this being or this shapeshifter couldn't succeed. That is the best way to put it, because they were protected. They had just come out to do something, and it didn't matter what the shifter tried to do, they could never harm that person they were trying to harm. So I would say that perhaps someone had encouraged them, whoever changed their shape, to come and attack this person and make it look like it was some type of accident. But when you are protected, you are protected, okay? And my advice here is, do not challenge spiritual things that you have no clue about. Do not assume that because you don't believe in it, so you are safe. No, if you don't believe in it, you are still not safe, because pretending that something doesn't exist just because you haven't seen it doesn't make it safe for you. It means that you're more vulnerable, okay? And so when people talk about spirituality and spiritual entities that they believe in, it doesn't mean that you should say, well, because it's not my culture, because I don't believe in it, so it doesn't exist. Don't make that mistake. That is why I want to actually discuss this with you, because there are some people who are very much into occult, very much into spiritual. They have delved pretty much into realms that perhaps, some people will never get there. Some people are communicating with aliens, some people are communicating with other stuff, and they are so sure. They're so sure of what they're saying. They're so sure of what they're doing. My advice and my tip to you, and the main reason why I'm doing this video, is do not challenge what you don't know, okay? And if even you know it, do not challenge it. Respect it, because there are people who have also told their story where they feel they have been saved by shifters, okay? Because maybe they were traveling in the middle of the night. Most of the time it's the middle of the night, and they might have met, someone or a being, but it often appears in the form of a human being. And once they are being approached by the being, and the being may ask them for something, okay? And if they are able to gift them something, they realize that no matter how bad or anything they encounter which was not good, all of a sudden something happens, and then they are relieved out of the situation. And they can only think that this being that I met 5 minutes ago has helped me. There are people who wanted to go and hunt at night, and sometimes they have gone, and some people have asked them for maybe this or that, and because they were able to give this or that, they were able to hunt safely. And some people who were not able to give, they encountered issues to the point that they realized that, well, next time I need to carry something with me. So when I meet a shifter, I'll be able to provide something. So my advice to you is that do not challenge what you don't know, and do not argue with what you don't know. Don't say that, well, in my culture, this doesn't exist, and so I don't believe you. Don't do that. If you want to live, okay? Because some people, just because you are challenging them, they will want to show you something, okay? These are, and I have come across people who have witnessed other stuff that they have shared with me personally. And yes, there are, people who can, shift their shape, okay? And I believe that these are people who they may eat something, okay? They may eat something and turn into something else. There's always some kind of concoction. There's always some type of drink. There's always something. And yes, and it could be that the person telling you about what they are talking about could be exactly what they are, and they are telling you they exist, and you are saying, no, you don't exist. Try and respect that, energies, spirit, entities does exist, and there are people who are able to shift their shape, okay? There are situations where I have witnessed certain things, which I prefer not to discuss all of that in details, apart from what I have shared with you. But the whole point of this video is to let you know that, you need to respect energy. We need to respect things we don't know. We need to respect things we don't understand, especially things of the spirit world, okay? Because there are people who have, I know myself, who have said that they have turned into a bird and traveled from one place to the other, okay? And what they do is they always eat something, or they drink something, or there is a stone that they can, touch. And they do this, a ritual that they always do, and they do that ritual, and then they transform into whatever they want to transform. If they want to go to a different continent and do something there, they can just decide that, okay, I'm going to turn myself into this, and this is how I'm going to go. Or they find ways and means to bridge the gap between maybe this continent and that continent, and then this is how they are going to turn themselves into. They can turn themselves into anything depending on what they want to achieve when they get there, okay? And yeah, it can be very scary. And the fact is, some of these individuals who were talking about the things they have done, they were under the age of 10, that I have seen myself, okay? And some of the things that comes out of their mouth, you can't say that it's an adult that has told them to say what they're saying, because it is so scary. They tell you, when they used to live under the sea, and the things they will say, okay? So yeah, they have shifted their shape to become what they want to become, to do what they want to do. And so yes, this whole point is to let you know, you need to respect energy. You need to know that just because you don't believe in something, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. There are friends I have discussed some subjects with, and they'll tell me, well, I'm from this country or from that country, so I don't believe you. And I'm like, yeah, just because you come from this country or you come from that continent doesn't mean you are immune to anything, You are not immune. You are nothing special just because you don't come from the same place I do or don't. Okay? Energy is energy. We have to respect energy, and there are those who have the ability to shift their shape, and we have to respect that. So next time you meet someone talking about shape shifting, maybe they are able to shift their own shape, or maybe they are from a different world, and they are in the form talking to you as a human being, and they may want to teach you something. Okay, and these things that exist. It doesn't mean that it's evil. No, it doesn't mean that it's evil, because most of the time, some of the people who've encountered the shapeshifters, they have been kind to them, or they have protected them. Some of them might be sea gods, or they may be energy coming from a river, or they may be a goddess from the river, or from the plant, or from the tree. There's a video I did some time ago, and I was standing under a tree. Okay, and I think the subject I talked about two subjects, and I filmed underneath that tree, and I talked about the subject black or dark, and I also talked about the subject to do with the power of your name. And yes, before I went to film, I had to ask the permission of the tree and the environment if I could film, because I can't just go and just film because I've got nothing to do. I have to respect the energy and the entity around the environment, but most of all, I had to respect the tree and ask the tree for their permission if I could film. Okay, you have to respect the energy and the entity. And whilst I was there, I could feel that yes, I was welcome to film there, and I did, because I know that it may look like a tree, but it might not be a tree, you know. So I know, because there are shape shifters, I knew that I had to also respect the energy of the environment that I was standing, and where I was, I have to, respect the energy and respect the tree. The tree is giving me shade. However my video looked would come from the tree, and I feel I had the support of that tree. And I'll put the link somewhere in this video for you, and then you can watch that if you haven't seen it. But yeah, just so you know, never underestimate the energy of shape-shifting people, or the fact that exists, because most of the time they are kind, most of the time they are good. In this world, there's either good or bad, so there are those who are going to be either good to you or not, or depending on how you relate to them, because sometimes they've come to test you, they've come to test us, and whether we are going to be good or evil back will depend the reward we get. So yeah, I hope this has been insightful for you, and I will leave this subject here, and next time we can discuss something else that I have in mind, and I hope it's going to be something that you will enjoy. Okay, so I wish you all the best. And yes, I know my voice don't sound too great, but I'm just recovering from a bit of illness, which I had a bit of a cold, but I feel a bit better now. So I thought that today I can film for you, which I couldn't film last week. So I'm going to publish this today. So yes, I'm not going to wait. I hope this has been insightful for you. I will leave the subject here, and please feel free to comment your experience. And yes, once I see your message, I'll get back to you. And remember, be good to everybody you see, and do not challenge things you don't understand. Okay? If you're going to challenge it, you want to challenge it with the knowledge of learning something, but not challenging that you know better. You always have to be respectful of the energies around us. Okay? So I will leave this here. I will see you next time, or you will see me next time.